গুড মর্নিং।
গুড মর্নিং। প্লিজ অডিওটা একটু অফ রাখুন সবাই।
ওকে ওকে গুড মর্নিং।
প্লিজ অডিওটা কাইন্ডলি একটু সবাই অফ রাখবেন, তাহলে সুবিধা হবে। কাইন্ডলি সবাই একটু অডিওটা অফ রাখুন না। কাইন্ডলি এভরিওয়ান সুইচ অফ দ্য অডিও অপশন প্লিজ। হ্যালো দেবজ্যোতি, ক্যান ইউ হিয়ার মি? হ্যালো দেবজ্যোতি, ক্যান ইউ হিয়ার মি?
I can hear you.
Bhubai, you can start.
All right. Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Devjyoti Mukherjee. I'm an associate director in Royal Bank of Canada, Toronto. First of all, thank you for having me in NIT virtual world. And I would like to thank you, my friend, my school friend, buddy, Mr. Sumanta Kundu, for giving me an opportunity to talk about the business continuity management. So a little bit of intro about me. Like I have been in business continuity management for more than 15 years. Have been worked in different countries like India, United Kingdom, Canada, and been worked in different vertical like IT services like Wipro, then investment banking like Goldman Sachs, banking, Scotia Bank, and consulting like KPMG, Capgemini, Deloitte. So as you guys know that I have a very little time frame to discuss about the business continuity management. So I'll try to complete this topic within 30 minutes or 30 to 35 minutes. And then I'll be happy to take any questions from you guys. So is it audible to you, everyone? Like if you just send a thumbs up or what options is available, then I can proceed. I can make it larger this screen. Let me try. Okay, so hello. Okay, so Monday morning, staying at home, having coffee or tea. It's it's kind of like another Friday in the week. I'm just feeling your pleasure actually. So as you can see this slide, that this is the achievement. I can say that I have been working in this positions, and fortunately, unfortunately, these catastrophic events I used to handle, or I was part of this continuity. So the first corner, you can see the Goldman Sachs during the flood. All the buildings in New York City was down, but only one building was up, heading up, which is the Goldman Sachs. And that's based on the business continuity strategy. Other one, you can see the Tamil Nadu in Chennai, India in 2015, there was a flood and the whole city was flooded, including our KPMG offices. And we used our national business continuity strategy, including the Chennai or Tamil Nadu government, and helped all the KPMG families and employees. Scotia Bank, I think you guys know about the Hurricane Irma and Maria, which is actually devastated in 2015, no, 2018, and all the Caribbean islands was actually down. So Scotia Bank had a footprint in there, and we actually really worked hard, like 3 to 4 months, to back the business in normalcy. And the last one, you can see there is a Royal Bank of Canada. Actually, I'm working there. And right now in the COVID-19, these two buildings, actually, there are three employees who are impacted or affected by COVID-19. And I'm still going to this office and helping the employees and all health and safety equipment. I'm part of it. And we are assuring the employees are safe. So this slide, I'm just back in 2018 in UK. So this is why the business continuity is important. So back in 2018 in UK, most of the investment banking or normal banking firms, they found that there are a lot of issues happening in the outages or failures. That's actually impacted their amount, the dollar value or pound value, anything. So what they did, all the banks, they requested to the Financial Conduct Authority, which is a UK regulated, one of the top regulated company, and they asked that why don't you scrutinize and check why this outage is happening. So what they did, the FCA, they checked all the outages or the loopholes, and they found that most of the firms, like you can see that change management, third parties, software applications, cyber attacks, everything all the firms had, but they don't have the interlink. So what they suggested, like you can see the 30% external failures happened for the suppliers, and 15% actually it's happened for the internal failures. So that a huge lot of cost, and then they advised all the banks to create a organizational resilience framework. So what does it mean? So can you guys please put in mute? I can hear some noise. If you can put in mute, it will helpful. I can hear some lot of background noise. So organizational resilience framework, as you can see from this slide, that they are combined of all the key elements like business continuity, crisis management, critical environments, ITDR recovery, incident responses, everything. I cannot cover everything in this webinar, so I'll try to focus the business continuity, ITDR, and crisis management. So I can give you some broad, high-level explanations and how it works. So this slide, you can see the business continuity management, which is divided into three plans, which is the strategic, tactical, operational. So the whole life cycle is talking about the business continuity management, but this is divided by three plans.
Hello.
Yeah, Sumanto.
Yeah, can you share the audio slide a bit larger so it will be better for, and then
okay, I think
you then switch toggle your webcam and that slide. It will be better, I think.
Oh, yeah, okay. 1 minute. Let me change it. Okay. Where is it? Okay, this one. Is it okay now?
Yeah, it is okay. Yeah, it is. It's better. It's better.
Okay. So I'll definitely share this slide, you guys, after this presentation. So if I miss something, we can cover it up after 30 minutes. All right. So what I was talking about is, I'm going to move this to the side. Okay. So this the whole business continuity management program or the life cycle actually consists of three plans, which is strategic, means it's part of business continuity policies or standards, which should align with your firms or your organization's policies or like a vision, mission, or objective that should match. Tactical is kind of below strategic, which is actually help to create, develop, implement like business impact analysis, create the business impact analysis, identify your critical business functions of your bank. Those are actually tactical plan. And the last one is the operation plan, how you can actually sustain, how you can maintain monitoring and reviewing your whole program. So this is all about this, the strategic plan, tactical plan, and operation plan. So the next is your principle, how the business continuity principle works. So first you should have the firms or like a financial institutes should have. So I'm giving you little bit of financial institutes business continuity strategy. So some business continuity is actually like a manufacturing or supply chain. Their business continuity is totally different from financial institutes. But I'm just giving you my experience, what actually I'm working or I have been worked in the financial institutes before. So, so having a strategy, what kind of strategy you should have in the business country, that's the key important, find it out. And then identify the critical business processes. Like each processes should not be a important, right? Like if you take it the COVID-19, the financial institutes like capital market or stock or exchange, those are very high critical processes. So can you guys put in mute, please? I still can hear some background noise.
Please,
Can
everyone,
some,
put your audio option mute. Kindly, kindly. I request everyone, kindly put your audio option mute.
can,
ও সবাই অডিও এখন শুনতে পারে অডিও আছে ভিডিও অন করলে আমি এই যে আমার হ্যাঁ অনেকেই হতে পারে ভিডিও অন করলে
Kindly, all, can you kindly switch off your audio option? Kindly.
এখন একদম লাইভ না এখন
I don't know how to actually mute everyone.
ভালো দেখি
আমি দেখছি।
আগেও ছিল অনেক যারা সব মিটিং ফিটিং হয় অফিস টফিসে
Just give me 1 minute, guys, because I think somebody is speaking. So I think. So then identify your critical business process. So far we are there. Okay. Once you have that all, you identify your critical business processes, then the main challenge is to how you map it. Like your third parties, your IT, your business process, it should be linked together. Then only you can actually having a scenario, either minor to major. Minor you can take as a earthquake or like flood, which is natural or man-made, or you can take a major incident like what we are going through right now, like COVID-19. So these kind of scenarios we need to run through and then see how this strategy actually work. So this is how the business continuity works. So in the business continuity plan, you can see it consists of people, process, technology, and facilities. So you need to identify the critical employees from your total employees. You need to identify what are the data centers, what are the headquarters in your organizations where the employees are sitting. So suppose your CEO or CTO or the executive levels where they're sitting, that building is very important for the business, right? And same for the data, where your all critical data is storing, those are also critical facilities. And same goes for the technologies like cloud applications, crown jewel applications, those very, very important technologies we need to actually have when you are going through some incident. So in that, you can see the BIA is the very key important part, playing key important part. BIA is a business impact analysis, which actually identify and prioritize your critical business processes of your bank or your organizations. So this is about the BIA. I'll talk about a little bit more in the BIA, but just let you know that through the BIA, you can find the impact, which is a dollar value, which is a financial impact, or is the employee moral, like reputations. So those are actually covered in the BIA. And this is a kind of template we use in the forms, or somehow like you can see how the critical or important business services are actually linked with the people, process, technology, facilities, and third parties. And you can see in the right hand side, like a capital market or global banking for the financial institutes, part of the business line like global equities has a multiple processes. And those processes, we need to map it by the people, process, technology, facilities. So this is just an example I'm just showing you guys. Now, so far I talk about the business recovery, like how we can recover the business recovery. But the IT, the technology resilience is the key part behind play for the business recovery, because your business business can only recover when your technology is sound, when you have a very proper IT infrastructure. So if you see in the bottom, like it is always a bottom to top approach. Like in your whole organizations, you take it as a NIT also. Like you have your NIT's own network and security perimeters. Like, and you guys are from the technology, so I believe you might understand like how it works, like routers, switches, firewall, load balancers, then your SIM tools, everything actually connect to your domain naming services and DHCP servers, which actually give you like identification, authentication, authorizations process to log into your organizations. And then it comes to the storage boxes like SAN, NAS, or tape library, and connect to the servers. Either it's a physical host server or it's a cloud server. But what they do, they actually connect to all the applications. Now those applications actually divided by people, process, technology, and facilities. Now you can actually correlate, right, how it works. Like, this is the technology actually going to the business, and business also talking to the technology. So till like from the networks security perimeter to till the application levels is a technology impact analysis, and from the applications to the platform level is a business impact analysis. And this is how the business recovery and technology recovery actually merge. So this is a ITDR recovery timeline. So take a scenario of like your data center where your tape and tape libraries, tape, everything is actually changing and taking a successful full backup or differential incremental backup every day. And if something happened, now I discuss about your minor and major incident, right? Now if something happened in the IT, like the fiber optics, something down, or whole our your power grid is down, that will impact your data centers too. If your power gen and everything is not worked, then you need to recover the data, right? Because if you miss the data, and take as an example like a production type on daytime, if any interruption happened, you're not taking the backup that time. Always backup taken in the night time. So that daytime you'll miss those data. Then you need to bring your tapes or storage boxes or anything that you need to recover the old data. And the workaround recovery time, that is actually what are the data actually you lost during the daytime. And once you have that manual workaround and the data whatever you saved from the last successful full backup, that will give you a maximum tolerable downtime. Like, that will give you a whole picture of the backup, and that bring you to the normalcy of the operations. It's actually, if I going to explain it, it will take longer time. That but I mean, taking a long story short, I'm just telling you that this is how it works. So now taking a little bit of breath because I'm just talking about the business, technology, and everything. Until now, I've covered the business recovery and technology. Now, I'll discuss about the crisis management. I know that I have covered a lot of theoretical part, and you guys are all are from the science. So you love to see this kind of case studies, how it works, like left hand side equal to right hand side kind of improvement. So definitely I'll go through the case studies with the crisis management. So first part is, you can see this it's very interesting script. Like in Chinese, crisis means, and if you divide the crisis or the word, the first word actually talk about the danger, and the second one talk about the opportunity. So that means danger you can just replicate to the risk. So risk is equal to opportunity. That's how actually we correlate. Like it does work. It's a kind of a myth, but still we're working on it. Because if you, I mean, take an example of COVID-19 right now, like that, the risk right now it's going to the whole world, but there are a lot of opportunity also we have received. Like you can see that all the rivers and everything is cleaned up. Our air pollution goes the quality of the air pollution air is far better than the older time, right? So that actually opportunity. That's how we are trying to correlate. Now, I'm going to talk about 3 case studies, and then I'll tell you what kind of challenges those face, those organizations, and then I'll tell you that by the sentiments of the people, how they actually react and how dollar value or employee moral impacted their organizations. So this is about the Nestle versus Greenpeace. So On March 17, 2010, environmental group called Greenpeace launched a social media attack on Nestle KitKat. So why they did that? The Greenpeace had found that Nestle was sourcing palm oil from Cinnamars, which is a one supplier, and they started actually impacting the rainforest where the orangutan actually used to live in, and that's impacting the environment. And Greenpeace was taking care of it. So that in that ad, it's very interesting, but the problem is that I can't run. I mean, I don't have the YouTube access to use it, but I'm just copied that link so you guys can see it later. I think I'm having some problem. Just give me 1 minute. Where's it gone? Sorry for the disruption. I think something happened to my slide. Okay. I hope you guys can see it, right? All right.
স্লাইডটা শেয়ার করা যাবে না? শেয়ার কর স্লাইডটা।
Oh, site.
করা যাবে না কি? কোনো সমস্যা হলো?
না না, আমি দেখছি এটা কিছু একটা প্রবলেম হয়েছে। 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay, so you guys can see it, right? So what I was saying, like in 2010, the Greenpeace, called this Greenpeace, these are one social active non-profit organizations. They actually create a social media video, and they just copied that Nestle KitKat story kind of thing, and then just showed that the Nestle, what they're doing with the supplier, it's actually impacting the environment, and that's impacting the animals like orangutan or something. But what Nestle actually did, they took a censor, like they said, they took a legal actions to the Greenpeace, and they're saying that you cannot create, you cannot copy our kind of our videos style. So they took it differently, and in the Facebook, users started got angry on the Nestle because they feel very bad. They thought that they have taken it very wrongly, because this kind of crisis when happened, just keeping in mind, like emotional and the common people, if it is impacted or they feel it that this kind of issues happen, they always give you a wrong statement. They always give you a negative statement. So that's impacted the Nestle. What? So just remember, the Nestle actually go against the Greenpeace after this. So I'm going to the second case study. There's one more interesting case study in back in 2009. Domino's Pizza, they never had a social media before in 2009. So they found themselves launched into a viral attack when two employees in North Carolina and Domino's Pizza franchisee uploaded a video to YouTube of themselves doing disgusting things to sandwich. So they're just spitting on the sandwich or something, and they captured those videos, and they actually publicized. They send it to the YouTube just for fun. And the Domino's Pizza, they don't have the official YouTube or Facebook that time. So it was really challenging for the Domino's Pizza to take action on it. But they did it, actually they did it. So the video instantly went viral. As I said, the Domino's Pizza was instantly launched into a food. So what the Domino's Pizza did it, you can see the Patrick Doyle, He was the president of Domino's Pizza at that time. So he took a charge, and he told their employees that create a social media and quickly respond, because if you don't respond, then it will impact huge. So what they did, they responded to the crisis on the same channel it broke out in, and they took a legal actions to those employees who did the misbehaved, and then Patrick Doyle, he created the apology to the all the employees and the other people who were actually fan of Domino's Pizza, and they optimized that video next to that the video the people the employees, the ex-employee did that. So whenever the people, suppose me, I'm going to check in YouTube that video, I definitely can see the Patrick Doyle video, that apology one. So that actually reduced the negative sentiments. So this is the second case study. And the third one is a bit funny, like in back in 2008, the singer called Dave Carroll, you can see in the right hand side, that's a book. So he was actually he was on board United Airline plane, and when he looked out his window to see the baggage, and he found the stuff like United Airlines stuff, they're throwing the bags, and they're throwing actually his equipments. He was carrying a Taylor guitar, and they're throwing it, and he observed it. So when he landed, he checked that his guitar was broken, and after that, and the cost to repair it is $1,200 or something. So he tried to reach out to United Airlines to reimburse that amount, and United Airlines, they're not listening to him. So whenever he called, they are just rerouting to someone, and he actually frustrated. Then what he did, he actually sent an email to the United Airlines that I'm going to take against you guys. I'll create a 3 YouTube songs and post it in YouTube. That kind of threat he given to United Airlines. And same case, the United Airlines didn't bother about it. So he posted the first song, and then the Taylor guitar is the branded one. The president of the Taylor guitar, he observed that video, and what he did, he actually take the sentiment as opportunity, and then created another YouTube as a sympathize of Dave Carroll's story, and and then he actually gifted a guitar to Dave Carroll instead of United Airlines. So think what happened. The end result was the Taylor guitar saw a 25% increase in sales volume in 2009. So if you compare to 2008, so once this scene happened, and then people started giving the negative sentiments to the United Airlines, at the end, United Airlines started giving a Starbucks gift card to all the domestic flight passengers to get that sentiment. So now I'm going to share you the whole story. Like you can see in the all three incidents, the crisis was very high because it reached to the all the people, right? So you can see it's all spike. But now if you see the positivity plummet, like this first quadrant, you can see the Nestle was in 19.49 pre-crisis. This is all about the pre-crisis one. When I mean before the crisis, what happened? The Nestle was in 19.49. After crisis, they went down to 36.21. And same goes for like Domino's were 9.99. It went to 21.23. And same for United Airlines also 13.2. So what is the moral story of it? So one is Nestle versus Greenpeace. Nestle attempts to deal with a crisis through censorship made matter worse. So they are always in negative. The sentiment was very bad. Domino's Pizza, they took it challenges very positively. They sent all the employees to apology video, and they took legal actions that actually give the strong employee, I mean people morale, and it was a kind of positive sentiments for all the people. United Airlines, there's the bad one, because bad example, because they haven't said any apology, but someone took that opportunity.
Bhubai, we are running out of time, okay?
Yes. So this is all about the business continuity, ITDR, and crisis management. Now Sumanto, I'm over handing to you. So if there are any questions you guys have, I'm okay to actually answer.
So do you have any questions, students? Or whoever
Mm,
join in
so-
this webinar, you can ask, feel free to ask any question.
Yeah, you need to unmute it, Sumanto.
Hello, do you have any question? I think if they have any question, they will ask. You just wrap up the session, right?
Yeah, if you guys do not have any questions, then again, thanks to you guys to having me and listen to my webinar. And if you like it, I'll send my email ID to Sumanto and my the profile, so you guys can PM me or email me with your queries. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Mukherjee. I'm the HOD of Electrical Engineering Department. Hello,
Oh,
Mr.
hi.
Mukherjee.
Hello. Hi.
Yes, thank you. Thank you
Hi.
for the webinar that you have given.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay, we would like to hear you again once again, okay?
Sure.
In
Sure.
future. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Omland sir, are you trying to say something? Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Omland sir, do you have any question?
Okay, we can wait for another minute if anyone having any questions.
We have 5 minutes in our hand. So this is basically
is muted.
Hello?
Shumantu sir.
Yes.
Omlan sir is muted.
Acha, Omland sir ke
Unmute him first.
Omland sir. Hello. 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 Omland sir, do you have any question?
Oh, I think he's in mute. He has to unmute.
No, I have unmuted him.
Yeah, but I still can see he's in mute.
So students, do you have any questions? Mubai.
Huh.
If it is possible, then another, if it's permit in future, you please give a talk on networking, because this is a kind of business. You have told me last night that you will discuss all these things, because it is not possible to discuss that networking part in details within 35 minutes.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
In some platform, if it is possible to manage 1 hour, so if students are interested in later on, not right now, you are a Cisco certified networking engineer, so if you kindly share a technical knowledge.
I can share about cybersecurity, like how like cyber incident happen, like security incident event management, how router firewall. I can talk about the security networking, like VPN, how it is work, how actually the tunneling happening. If you guys know about the OSI model, how it works, I can do that if you'd like to see. I think someone is message Sovik Banerjee.
Shovik Banerjee. Achha.
Okay, since we currently don't have any remedy to corona and we're running out of precious time, how do you benefit from this
Shovik, do you have any question?
Yeah, I
Shovik
think
Banerjee.
he
Shovik
posted.
Banerjee, do you have any question? Please ask. I have unmuted you. Shovik. Shovik Banerjee, can you hear me? I don't know.
Okay, no
so
problem. I think Sovik asked the question is, sir, since we currently don't have any remedy to corona and we are running out of precious time, how do we benefit from this chaos before campus placement? Okay, I do not know about the campus placement, but I'll definitely take your questions. Like it's the corona is not a new thing for in our whole generation, right? Every 20 years, this kind of pandemic happened. Either it's a SARS or MERS, or if you go back, you can see it. So it's a nature and nature call. We cannot deny on it, but we need to have a proper pandemic plan or kind of contingency plan. It works. It starts with your life. You start with your house. Like if COVID happened and you know, like all the shops will be closed, you need to buy your essentials details, right? Like rice, then atta and dal and everything to survive. So that's planning is called a contingency planning. It's work for the bank, it work for the organizations also. So that way you should take it and take a benefit of it.
Actually, sir, I wanted to ask something different, and it was that since we're running out of time before our placements, and our placements were supposed to be held, let's say, from the start of the August, but it seems like the corona pandemic will go on for a little longer, and it might happen our campus placement. So, in this long period of time, how do we shape up to, let's say, face interviews, which might happen in the future once this ends?
So interview, I'll tell you one thing, like in Canada, still that interview is going on, because most of the interview, if you're looking up, suppose the job opening in the Bangalore or Mumbai or something, nowadays the technology is so vast, like you can give an interview virtually, like video conference or anything. So that may not stop you, but you can learn, like there are a lot of like edx, then your udemy, and there's so many virtual classes you can attend in your preferable subject, and you can master of it, you can learn from it.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Any question?
So I think
I think I got another question. Somnath Go. I'm pointing out Sovik sections. Okay, Somnath, can you unmute yourself and you can ask question?
I'm doing that. Wait, Bhubai, wait.
Okay.
Somnath. Somnath. Okay, I have unmuted him, so you can. Somnath, you can ask the question.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Somnath.
Hello. Hello. Sir, can you
ask,
hearing me?
Yeah.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
You ask your question because time is not there.
Sir, I'm pointing out Shovik's question. If there are any effect on IT sectors like Bangalore, Hyderabad, if there any effect due to this COVID-19?
It's impact everywhere. To be honest with you, it's impacted everywhere. But I'm sure that once this will come out from this pandemic, there will be a lot of opportunity. Like now, you can see that most of the companies are actually survived. Like our bank also is survived due to the technology. If the technology is back in, like if you go back to like 10, 15 years older, we cannot do this the way we are operational right now. So the technology actually helping, and I can tell you right now also people are actually recruiting, like organizations are recruiting in IT and other sectors. Keep an eye on it, and definitely the opportunity will come, and you have to take it.
Bhubai.
But economic.
Somnath.
Yeah.
So I will
yes,
share the mail. I will share the mail ID of Devajyoti with you. You can ask. Bhubai, we are running out of time. You kindly.
I think.
You kindly tell your email ID so that if they have any question, they can contact with you.
Yeah, so my email ID is simple, like my first name dot last name and gmail.com. So you guys can actually reach out to me. But any questions related to business content, related to